The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with some more nuts on yo chin. I hope you're ready for these nuts. You're getting some porch nuts today. They're extra salty and extra vinegary. I hope you have been waiting for this. You've been just dying, just standing by your phone, just waiting for that alert. Mo nuts on yo chin. Well, it's here. And a lot of you liked my most recent video about Madalin Giorgetta and her safe space. You probably liked the previous video before that about camel toe. Now this video is now a safe space for nuts on her chin. I have been getting bombarded since my last video about the safe space from her members or ex-members, people that are getting kicked out of her group because they are not abiding by the new rules. What she has implemented recently, and she blocked me on Instagram, so I don't know, I don't follow her anyway. I actually just noticed today when I went to check her profile because I've been getting a bunch of DMs about this issue since my previous video, and of course, no posts yet. She blocked me, okay? Big surprise, she didn't like the taste of my nuts on her chin. That's fine. I didn't like the camel toe, but I had to deal with it, as did everyone, but we're getting past it. We're working through it. Madalin and I are working through our differences. But the reason why I make these videos is not to be the bad person as she probably sees it, or, you know, the white devil. Who knows what she's considering me as in her private group. But the reason why I'm making these videos is because she has a massive following. A massive following. It wouldn't make as much of a difference what she was saying and promoting if it was to 100 people. But when you have millions of followers, millions and millions of followers, this makes a difference because it perpetuates this narrative that's just simply not true. So now in her private group, in her private Facebook group, Working with MG, you need to complete the document. You need to read in entirety the Healthy at Every Size manifesto. You have to read through a massive document that just perpetuates bullshit that we have covered here on this channel and many other channels like mine have covered ad nauseum, okay? There are many people that are talking out against this Healthy at Every Size movement. It's absolutely not true. Alan Roberts over at Every Damn Day Fitness has done tons of videos. I've made videos on the subject. Many people have made videos pushing back on this narrative, which is simply not true. If you are morbidly obese, you are not healthy. If you are emaciated and you have very, very little body mass, that is very unhealthy as well. So you can have you could be lacking health because of physical qualities. You could also be lacking health because mentally you're not all there. So to say that you could be healthy at any size is ludicrous because science tells us exactly otherwise. If you are holding on to a lot of extra body weight, it is not good for your health. It is linked to diabetes and all these other issues that come with holding a lot of extra body mass. It's not good to be obese. It's not good to be fucking obese. It's not good to be obese. Are people obese? Yes. Are we trying to educate people to be healthier? I am. I don't know about you. I'm not trying to create a safe place because the world is not a safe place. The reason why I made the previous video about her creating a safe space for members, and she was talking about white privilege, she was talking about fat phobia. I'm not trying to create anything like that is a fucking wonderland, because that wonderland is not reality. When you step outside into the real world, you are just assaulted with chaos. You're assaulted with opinions. You're assaulted with people of different races, of different beliefs, of different backgrounds, all of which are fine. But these opinions need to have counterpoints. We need to have these discussions, and we need to be in agreement that health, physical health, relates to having a healthy body mass. By not having excessive fat, by not being skin and bones. There is a range that you are more likely to have healthy outcomes, and there are ranges where you are much more likely to have unhealthy outcomes. That is indisputable. Does it mean that you are 200 pounds overweight and you're going to die when you're 50 automatically? No, of course not. There are thousands of variables. But to say that you're healthy at any size is an excuse to not put in work. It's an excuse to have more acceptance. And what this is doing is it's softening our resolve to life. It's softening our resolve to chaos. And this is why mental training as well as physical training are important. And it's important to put these things into context. And what Madalin is doing with her group is trying to create this safe zone, this fantasy land where people don't have to diet, where people don't have to transform and improve, where people don't have to work hard to achieve their goals because they're already there. You are already there. You already won. You're already amazing. You're amazing just the way you are. Why diet? Why transform? Why exercise? You've already been successful because you exist. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't need to change. Join my program. You don't need to change at all. Do exactly what you're doing. Enjoy your life. Don't diet. Don't train hard. Don't lose weight. Don't transform. You're just wonderful. I'm not gonna sell you that bullshit. I'm not gonna push that down your throat because it's simply not true. Everyone can improve, everyone can transform psychologically, transform physically. Everyone can be a new person and a better person every day, and that's what we should be striving for. Now that's gonna look different for every person, and I'm not gonna push my ideologies on you. I'm not gonna tell you what your perfect or what your ideal, what your happiness should look like, but obviously she feels like she has the right or she has the ability to, and to just put your arms out and say, come sit with Mama Madalin. I will give you a hug. I will make you feel warm and cozy. You're welcome. You're safe here. We are creating a community for strong women. Bullshit. You're weakening women and you're lying to people, and they're gonna go out into the world and get hit with a fucking sledgehammer of reality and realize that you're full of shit sooner or later. In addition to the bullshit that I just mentioned with the Healthy at Every Size document that you have to complete before you can even start submitting posts to get approved. Obviously, moderators are all over that group like flies on fucking shit. They have their body positivity coach who's overweight herself, and of course they're just preaching nonsense. And I covered this in the last video. You can check the links, I'll put them in the cards. Healthy at Every Size is a load of fucking shit. Obesity is killing people. And just because we might be living longer than we did 100 years ago, we're not living healthier. We're sucking down medication. We are just prolonging our heartbeat. We're not living more vibrantly. We are not healthier as a society. We're just fucking not. We're not. I mean, the stats prove it. We are not healthier. What she posted recently also on her Instagram story, I'm going to share a couple things with you. This is her approach to training now in her group, Work It with MG, which is her app. Now again, I was banned. I did not know I was banned. And for those of you that might be thinking, oh, this bearded guy, Papa Swole, why are you picking on an innocent white girl? Why are you picking on her? She's just trying to be nice to people. She's just trying to help people. Well, when you have a big following and you're sending out your ideologies that are completely unfounded and are weakening people's ability to overcome challenges in real life, it makes it my business. Lack of responsibility, entitlement. This is something that we have to discuss. She's saying this, she's spouting this bullshit, this nonsense to millions of people, okay? And with my followers, with my audience, with all of you, I am going to share this with you because you need to hear it, okay? Her loudspeaker is blasting to her people. I need to make this point, and hopefully this comes up in searches for people that are looking up more information about her products. They might find this video and realize that what she is saying is complete and utter horseshit. So she posted this in her story recently, and it says, and I quote, I'll put this up on the screen, "I do believe there is a way for Work It with MG to be the first true anti-diet culture fitness app on the market, not an oxymoron." She spelled moron wrong. You don't need the oxy part at the beginning. It takes strength, emotional, mental strength to go through this life. If you're jumping on this bandwagon and you're promoting this stuff and you're promoting this anti-diet culture, what does that mean? What's anti-diet culture? Let's see what she claims this to be. She says, "We are no to transformation photos, no to dieting, no to restriction, no to calorie counting, no to fat phobia, no to diet culture BS." As vague as this fucking shit is, let's tear this apart a little bit. No to transformation photos. We've covered this in the last video. She does not believe in transformation photos because we're focusing too much on the physical aspect of looking at someone. That's one of our major senses, looking at someone and physically assessing, oh, they used to have a lot of mass. Now they have less mass. They lost mass. They lost extra body fat. They're now less of a person. Physically, they have less extra garbage that they're carrying around. They are a healthier person. You want to say no to transformation photos all you want. You want to say no to progress? Have fun with that. No to dieting. Dieting means the cumulative way of eating. I have a diet. You have a diet. Every single person on planet Earth has a diet. If you want to use the term diet as, oh, a diet is something restrictive, that's on you. That's not the definition of a diet. A diet is the cumulative amount, the total sum of all your nutritional intake. That's what a diet is. I hate this fucking anti-diet nonsense. Diet is real. Everyone has a diet. Use the term the way it's supposed to be used. No to restriction. So what does that mean? No to restriction, calorie restriction, no to calorie counting. I don't believe in calorie counting if you're eating the right foods, but the way she's saying this is, no restrictions, eat whatever the fuck you want. No to fat phobia. I think fat phobia is a good thing, in the sense that I think you should be afraid of getting fat. I don't think you should be uncomfortable. Oh my God, that person's fat. I don't want to talk to them. I think they're mean. Who the fuck is, who's fat phobic? Who's fat phobic? If I see a fat person, I want to help them. I want them to change their life. I want them to be more active. I want to take more control of their health. I don't blame those of you that are watching that might have a major medical condition, or you're on medication and you can't get off this medication for whatever reason, and that's keeping body weight on you. I understand there's other circumstances, okay? Chill the fuck out. If you're getting offended, this video's not for you. But what I'm saying is that fat phobia, you should not want to get fat. That should be something that you avoid. If you are fat, okay, let's do something about it. Why is fat phobia a bad thing? I know if with the right context, if you define it a certain way, you shouldn't be mean to people that are fat. You shouldn't be like hating on them and discriminatory, but your physical appearance, let's just be honest, that does describe you to an extent. If you have tons of extra body fat, are we supposed to ignore that? Does that mean that you train hard every single day and you eat really healthy and you've been working out for 30 fucking years? Chances are no, if you are extremely overweight. So there's usually a reason, and that reason is something that we gotta talk about. So I'm just putting that out there. I know the way she means it, but come on. No to diet culture BS. So that's vague, and that's just a nice way of putting a blanket term of we're going to be different, we're going to have our own little club over here. So this is what she says that they are. Working with MG, her app is the following. We are yes to joyful movement. What the fuck is that? Sex? Is this a porn app now? I mean, joyful movement? What's joyful movement? The fuck is joyful movement? My type of joyful movement is putting nuts on your chin. That's my type of joyful movement. What's your type of joyful movement? Like putting your hands up and taking a selfie for Instagram? Yay! Work it with MG. Yay! We are yes to eating for pleasure. So we're saying no to diet culture BS, and we're saying yes to eating for pleasure. She obviously has no idea that people are addicted to food, that the chemicals in food today, the processed sugars, the processed carbohydrates, are literally addicting people to food. It's a drug. Yes to pleasure eating, yes to eating for pleasure, yes to succumbing and just following every fucking urge. Good job. Yes to body neutrality. Yes to having no opinion over whether someone's grotesquely overweight or extremely emaciated. Body neutrality. You know what, I'm just gonna ignore what my eyes tell me. My eyes have evolved over millions of years to sense danger, to assess physical shapes, to assess my surroundings. I'm just gonna, you know what, ignore everything my eyes tell me, whether something's big or small or tall or long, whatever my eyes say, just everything's the same. Everything's the same. Yes to healthy at every size. We've been over that. If you're curious more about healthy at every size, you can Google it. I'm not touching it. I don't want to get into it. It just fucking pisses me off. And another check mark, yes to gentle nutrition. What's gentle nutrition? Do you eat gently? Do you eat slowly? What's gentle nutrition? Please, God, what is gentle? Is that a new thing? Is that a new thing that I don't know about? Gentle nutrition? You're eating slowly. You're eating softly. You're not changing anything drastically. You're just gently eating, gently dieting. Oh no, we don't subscribe to diet culture. People, friends, subscribers, my audience, my people, anyone watching this. I'm not gonna sit here and shove bullshit down your throat, okay? I'm not gonna push or sell you some ideology. I have my opinions. I have my own personal direction that I like to approach fitness and health and nutrition with my members of Swolenormous X, with my community. I think that mobility and meditation, strength training, I think active recovery, I think all these things are very important and essential for the vast majority of people. There are always extenuating circumstances. There are always things that go outside that bell curve, that standard deviation. There's always things on the scatter plot that are off on the sides. There's always outliers. We need to realize that fitness is what humans are meant to do. We're meant to be physically active. We're meant to be out there in the fucking jungle. We're meant to be outside building, creating, not in fucking elevators, not in cars, not sitting at desks. Everything that you see that's concrete, that's constructed, this is not really natural for our physical activities, mental, cerebral. You can say, well, we have developed this way, we evolved this way, we created this, so this must be natural. And yes, that might be true, and we are evolving, but right now we're in this period where people are getting fatter and more unhealthy because of this transition, this sudden transition from being super physical to being completely sedentary. And it is pulling people down dark paths. And now combined with social media and wanting to look a certain way and everything being documented and everyone being on a screen and everyone seeing everyone that's doing everything in the fucking world, we have a lot of unrealistic expectations. We have a lot of pressure, social pressures that we put on ourselves. But that's why it's important for the individual to understand the stress. It's important for you to understand what all these signals are. It's important for you to understand what is going on when you're looking at Instagram, when you're looking at YouTube, when you're on Facebook, when you see someone that's in shape, when you see someone posting a workout video, when you see someone posting, nutrition content, when you see someone posting their meal, their cheat meals, whatever they're doing, the individual has to know. You have to learn. You have to know to separate yourself, to separate your goals, your ideals, your journey from what other people are doing. Otherwise, social media can be a very dangerous place. This social justice approach, this acceptance approach, can be very fucking dangerous because what she is doing and is continuing to do since the last video I made is she's creating this safe place for everyone, for strong women to come in, to hold hands, sing fucking kumbaya, and be in a place where no one's gonna say anything bad. You're totally accepted. You don't have to change. You don't have to work hard. You're just wonderful the way you are. But that is not the reality. That is lying to people. It's putting money in her fucking pocket because there are people that really want that. There are people that really believe that that's possible to achieve. I'm not saying you can't be nice to people. I'm not a dick to anyone. I'm not yelling at fat people in the fucking street, but to tell someone and to promote the message that healthy at every size is a reality is absolute fucking incorrect nonsense. It is a lie. It is not true. Healthy at every size does not exist. It's not true. I want people to get stronger mentally. I want you to get stronger. I want you to truly benefit from the content that you're consuming. And every moment where you follow fucking jabronis or jabronettes like Madalin and you fucking buy into this garbage, this nonsense, what do you want to do? Do you just want to tread water your whole life and never improve? You just never want to get better? You want to think that everything's all just peachy keen and everyone's loving and this whole world is just some masquerade circus where everything's accepted and everything is okay and nothing's ever going to happen to you that's bad? That's not the reality, because you're going to go through this life with arms around you, feeling all coddled, being obese, and then you're going to suffer the consequences later in life, and you're not going to give a fuck that you were a part of a Facebook group for a few years. This psychological approach is fucking you later in life. And it's easy to think now, oh, that sounds nice. Oh, everyone's so sweet here and everyone's so compassionate. But these compassionate, sweet, loving, accepting people are kicking out every single person in this group that does not complete this healthy at every size document. If you don't believe what they believe, you're out. Now, it's okay for a private group and a private business to have their own rules and regulations. What I am doing is making it known to my subscribers, to my followers, to my audience, that what I see other people doing, in my opinion, is not okay. This is not all right. There are millions of people hearing her message. So I'm going to do my part to push back on that bullshit. That's not something that I think anyone should be exposing their ear holes to. Because guess what happens? Adults hear that and pass that bullshit on to their children. And then their children feel okay getting 8th place trophies. Their children start feeling okay and entitled to getting results, entitled to equality of outcome. Does that make fucking sense? Does equality of outcome make sense? This is what that is. Her group is essentially equality of outcome. Doesn't matter what effort you put in, doesn't matter what struggles you have. It doesn't matter what social media is telling you to do. It doesn't matter what the scale says. It doesn't matter what diet culture says. Your end point, you're beautiful. You're wonderful. You won. You're accepted. Doesn't mean you have to be rude to people, but don't lie to people either. There's no equality of outcome. Your effort is going to map to your results. And if you think that in life, that everything is equal, everyone is entitled to the same type of success and the same type of outcome, you are sorely and severely mistaken.
Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat. We got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that